This is Star Opinion Debates of Adolescence.
Hey guys, and welcome to our first Star Opinion episode. We are so excited about this.
This is Majo Carvajal,
Juana Meluk.
And Juana Manu.
In this podcast, we will be talking about controversial topics, give our opinions and discuss about them. But first, we want to tell you guys a little bit of us.
We firmly believe that for us to have a good connection, you must have some idea of who we are, what we want, and what we think.
Of course, you will get to know us through this podcast. You will get to know our opinions and even our personal experiences. We hope that just as you know us, we can get to know you all too.
I think the most important thing you should know about us is that we are teenagers.
And our opinions are based on our fresh way of seeing the world. Well, but without joking, with this podcast, we want you, be kids, adults, professionals, students, or whatever, see that teenagers can have an interesting point of view in front of the world around them.
Now that you know a little bit of us, we can start with our podcast. Today we'll be talking about music. Why we are not interested in the music we should really listen to?
Well, it's not a secret that we used to listen trending music. The hit of the moment, about eternal love and perfect relationships that are not real.
But we are not really interested in the music that expose important things about society problems, about climate change, about humanity. But why is this?
I think music has the ability to make people reflect on the world around them, make them feel so many things that we could not explain with words. But if the music is not sticking enough to be heard or is not produced by someone extremely famous, when it will not have the same impact on the society as if it was produced by big music star.
Oh, I feel I have our attention, guys. Let me say something. The impact of the music depends on the singer who produces it. Do you girls think that this aspect is important when people listen to music and the impact that this music has on people?
Well, it does have a big impact when people hear music. Let's think about this situation for a moment. Let's imagine you went to a restaurant a few weeks ago, and when you were eating, a man came into the restaurant with a guitar and a microphone. He introduced himself and started singing about discrimination. And yes, let's say that the song was good. It had a good rhythm and made you reflect on certain aspects of your life. Everyone in the restaurant heard this song. There were about 30 people, and they applauded and became interested in the song while they were at the restaurant.
But then you and those 30 people went to a Justin Bieber concert. You were all very excited, and suddenly you heard a song that spoke about discrimination, of serious social problems, of the same terms what the men in the restaurant sang about.
Either it is through the media, YouTube videos, or platforms like Spotify or Deezer. The song that you will hear the most and will be most present in your mind will be Justin Bieber's one. The one that will be heard by the most people around the world, and that consequently it will have a bigger social impact, will obviously be the one of the singer who is most famous. This is a fact, but there is another thing we will discuss about. Why does Lovely Pop or Pinky Pop are better commercially talking?
It is because we are not used to hear about serious and relevant topics.
Man, it's a creature of habit, and we are not used to talk about this type of topics when we meet our friends, neither us as teenagers. So it will be weird that we listen to the music that do talk about these kind of topics.
I agree. Another reason could be money. We know that money moves the world, and because people are more interested on listening to love songs and broken hearts, the great artists, the most recognized ones, don't make social songs because these songs don't sell as much as others do.
Yeah. Even though currently there are some famous artists that talk about these important and real issues in their songs. Sadly, this is such as the exception of the rule.
But wait, I get confused. We are trying to say to our listeners is that they should stop listening to the music they love the most, the one I do love the most also. Are we trying to say that we should stop listening to our beloved singers? Do I have to stop listening to Harry Styles?
No, no, not at all. That's definitely not what we mean. I mean, who in their right mind would stop listening to their favorite singers? That would be crazy. I can't imagine stop hearing BTS. But don't you think?
Yes, I agree. This episode rather invites its listeners to expand their musical world, to know the different themes that music speaks about, to become aware of the world around us, to know that there is the beautiful feeling of love, romantic love, heard in Pinky Pop. But there are also songs about self-love, that there are also songs that makes us reflect on the climate change, for example, and some other social problems that we must take into account.
Humanity is very intelligent. Everyone who is listening this podcast is extremely intelligent. So, why not to invite them to see the world more widely through music? Why not invite them to see more musicians? What about you end up falling in love with the music of more people?
Oh my god, I was already starting to freak out.
Don't worry, Juana. You can keep listening to Harry Styles. Who cares?
Wait, I just had an idea. How about if we tell our dear listeners about those singers who capture our hearts with their songs? And that their songs are also the perfect mix between beautiful songs of love and happiness and awareness of social problems.
That sounds very good. I hope you guys will like these suggestions for great artists of today and from the past.
Anyway, I will start by talking about the singers that I want to share with you because of the great content that I think they offer. Well, lately I have listened to new types of music. Must be because there is nothing else to do in this quarantine. Because surely, if I was living my life normally, I would never have given myself the space to meet new music. I mean, why spend my time exploring new types of music on the internet if I can party with my friends? Anyway, in this process of music exploring, I discovered that I love the indie pop genre. And I discovered a spectacular singer that do not just sing the genre but many. Do I have your attention? Her name is Lana Del Rey. This woman totally broke musical expectation and stereotype when, in 2012, she wrote her debut song, which despite being told by her reps that the song would not be good and catchy and will not sell anything, had a monumental success. Not less to mention, Lana Del Rey writes music with social content of highly controversial and usually unpopular topics, although not for Del Rey.
Wow, it sounds like this Lana Del Rey is a great singer. I think I'll start listening to her music. I personally love Michael Jackson's music because he has created truly fascinating songs, very funny, and that have made many people around the world dance. And by saying this, I'm referring specifically to the song Thriller. I mean, who has not heard this song? When my parents listen to it, for example, they not just know the whole song, but they also know the choreography. But a part of this song, Michael Jackson's songs are fun and with good rhythm. There are several songs by him that invite people to be socially aware of various topics. Have any of you heard the song from The Man in the Mirror? The song makes us reflect, thinking about what should I change about myself in order to later change the world. I think the themes of Michael Jackson's songs are very important, and his songs that awakens in me the social conscience. It makes me want to change the behaviors in my life that I must change to make the world a better place. And I think this is because his songs are truly emotional. They transmit many feelings and ideas, don't you think?
It sounds like the singers they performed are great, but my singer isn't far behind on that list. It has been a while since I started listening to a singer who from the first song caught in my attention, my love and my feelings. I think that it's I love the most about this singer is the way in which through her music, her express her opinions, her feelings, or simply expose a subject that, in general, is quite controversial. Also, the rhythm of her songs is really catchy. If I listen to a song from here today, her rhythm stays with me for a week. Do you know who I'm talking about? Her name is Melanie Martinez. Okay, so now we will be presenting some amazing songs that we totally recommend for you. And if you like any of them, you can search our playlist songs you should listen to on here Spotify.
There will be all the songs we recommend in this Star Opinion episode.
And now, our top best songs about social conscience.
I just wanna love my body like you love my body. I wanna look in the mirror and tell it that it's beautiful like you do. I wanna love my body like you love my body. Wanna make it feel.
Okay, let's start with a beautiful song released in 2019 called Body by Julia Michaels. It is a song that talks about a topic that we don't hear much about, self-love. The most important love in life. And ironically, it is the most difficult love to find, especially in this step of our life, adolescence. I think it is one of the most beautiful love songs that exist. It is a real song. It's a song that makes you think, do I love myself? Then I see myself in the mirror and I say, whoa, that's a beautiful person I am seeing. A song that I totally recommend because, in addition to being a song that makes reflect about lots of things, it has an incredible rhythm, very catchy. Let's hear a little of the song.
I just wanna love my body like you love my body. Wanna look in the mirror and tell it that it's beautiful like you do. I wanna love my body like you love my body. Wanna make it feel like it's incredible like you do. And I don't see what you see, but I wanna love my body like I love your body. I just wanna love my body like you love my body. I wanna look in the mirror and tell it that it's beautiful like you do. I wanna love my body like you love my body. Wanna make it feel like it's incredible like you do.
What about sunrise? What about rain? What about all the things that you said we were to gain? What about killing fears? Is there a time? What about all the things that you said was yours and mine? Did
The song called Earth Song, entirely written by Michael Jackson, was developed with the intention of promoting the social sense of people in relation to issues such as environmental awareness, human consciousness, about war, about injustice. Wondering throughout his song, what have we done to the world? It is, in my opinion, a song that really reaches the hearts and heads of many people around the world. It moves our hearts, hopefully enough for us to change certain behaviors in our daily life, in the way we treat the environment, for example. This is the song.
I used to dream. I used to glance beyond the stars. Now I don't know where we are. Although I know we're drifting by. If I were a boy, even just for a day, I'd roll out of bed in the morning and throw on what I wanted and go. Drink beer with
Although we all know that Beyonce is a well-known singer, this song is not. This song stunned me because he's talk about how she will be a man for a day. She's a woman living the life of a man, showing the things that a man can do without being in danger, without being judged, as having the right to dress as he wants, and being able to get drunk with his friends in a bar without being locked down open, or turn his cell phone without people thinking he was with a lover.
'Cause I know how it hurts when you lose the one you wanted, 'cause he's taking you for granted and everything you had got destroyed.
If I were a boy, I would turn off my phone. Tell everyone it's broken, so they think that I was sleeping alone. I put myself.
You turn oranges to orange juice into there and spit it out of you. Your body is imperfectly perfect. Everyone's what the other one's working. No orange juice.
Just as there are songs that make us think about social problems, general problems of humanity, there are also songs that make us reflect more personal issues, problems that each person may be suffering. That is why the next song of the list is Orange Juice, performed by Melanie Martinez. This song talks about pretty serious topics like eating disorders that many people around the world suffer. But because they are such delicate subjects, no one dares to talk about them. But obviously this is not the case with Melanie Martinez, because through her song we can see the effect that the insecurities and prejudice that we have on ourselves can have, and that are caused by the stereotypes of society. Is a topic that, although it's uncomfortable to hear it, we as teenagers must aware of this type of insecurities.
Your body is imperfectly perfect. Everyone's what the other one's working. No orange juice.
Nacimos para aguantar lo que el cuerpo sostiene. Aguantamos lo que vino y aguantamos lo que viene. Aguantamos aunque tengamos los segundos contados. Nuestro cuerpo aguanta hasta 15 minutos ahorcado.
The song by the band Calle 13 called El Aguante is a song with a lot of social content because it talks about what we currently live as a society with many social, political, cultural, and even natural problems. It is not a secret to anyone that with all the problems that exist in society, with all the injustice and silenced people, instead of changing these aspects, improving social problems, we decided to resist, endure all kind of atrocities. I think it is a very real song, very shocking, and that makes people ask themselves, what am I doing? Do I want to endure? Or do I want to change society? It is definitely an excellent song. And it also has a good rhythm.
Aguantamos nuevas leyes, aguantamos hoy por hoy que todavía existan reyes, castigamos al humilde y aguantamos al cruel, aguantamos ser esclavos por nuestro color de piel, aguantamos el capitalismo, el comunismo, el socialismo, el feudalismo, aguantamos hasta el pendejismo, aguantamos al culpable cuando se hace el inocente, aguantamos cada año a nuestro presidente.
J'ai envie de petits singes pour des amoureux et tous ceux contre la rage, vas-y laisse-les. Ouvre ton rivage à la différence qu'on aime pour des amoureux. J'ai envie de petits singes pour des amoureux et tous ceux contre la rage, vas-y laisse-les.
Now we'll be talking about a song that is called Métissage. This song is for a French group well known in Europe, but not very known worldwide, called Deal Incorporation. It talks about the racism that exists in the world, about serious and important issues that we must take into account to improve our society, and it's talk about how we should unite as humanity, that we should stop discriminating against people of their skin color where they come from. That we should as be one, that we should respect ourselves, and that we should take advantage of all differences that we as humanity have, because those differences are the ones that make us strong, diverse. That's why I think that these songs should be more recognized. Many people should listen it and reflect on it.
Pour des amoureux, j'ai envie de métissage pour des amoureux et tous ceux contre la rage, vas-y laisse-les. Ouvre ton rivage à la différence qu'on aime pour des amoureux.
언젠가 꽃천지겠지 but no not today 그때가 오늘은 아니지.
Great! Now let's go to the other side of the world, to the east, to South Korea, with a band that has captivated the hearts of many around the world, including mine. Do you know who I am talking about? They are BTS. There is one song in particular called Not Today that I love, because in addition to being a song with a wonderful rhythm, it talks about not giving up, expressing our ideas, not keeping quiet, fighting for our ideals. It shows us that we shouldn't give up in any situation, that we should fight for what we want. I think that this song, apart from talking about free expression, talks about dreams, about not giving up, about perceiving. And I think it is very important topic, even more for us teenagers, because we have many dreams and we need someone to tell us to keep going, don't you think?
agree. But you know what? There is a song that I haven't been able to stop thinking about since we started making this podcast. It is a song that we three have listened to and interpreted several times at various school events. The song They Don't Care About Us by Michael Jackson. Which, although it started being a quite unpopular song and silenced in many ways and in many places, it was monumentally successful. I think that although there are people who try to silence others, who try to overshadow the image and ideas of others, these always end up coming to light with more force and presence than before. And this song by Michael Jackson is the best example to demonstrate this. I think that the social problems that Michael Jackson exposed in this song, such as racism, war, corruption, make the song lead people to reflect, to get their own opinions about these issues and make them want to know more, want to change these aspects of society. In my opinion, it is a great song.
Unsure of my naked body, stand back, watch it taking shape, wondering why I don't look like Barbie. They say boys like girls with a tiny waist. Now my mama's preaching to make sure I'm pure, but I never really cared about this shit before. Look around the room to whoever wants me.
Let's continue with a quite shocking song. Its lyrics speaks on a fairly serious topic, and even its rhythm gives you a pleasing feeling. The name of this song is Strawberry Shortcake, performed by Melanie Martinez. It is a song that fundamentally talks about the respect that we should have about ourselves, and it talks about the respect that others should have to ours use and our body. In Passion is the respect toward the woman's body, and expressing that the bad things that happen to a woman are not because of their blame. Is it not because they're dressing consequently, nor because they're exposed themselves. And this should not be an excuse to disrespect a woman.
It's my fault, cause I put icing on top. Now the boys want a taste of the strawberry shortcake. That's my bad, no one taught them not to grab. Now the boys want a taste of the strawberry shortcake.
길어내리지라 이유 없이 슬픈 날 몸은 무겁고 나쁠 건 모두 다 바쁠 것이 결해 보이는 날 발걸음이 떨어지질 않아.
Alright, let's go one more with BTS. Personally, I think that it is really important to be aware about all the social problems that are just around us. And it's important that people want to change them, but I think that it is just as important to be aware of the problem that each person, as an individual, may be experiencing. Because how can you improve the world if you don't even know how to improve your own life? The advantage is that music arouses awareness and reflection in people. And we can be aware of these things through the music that we love. Now, the song I am talking about is called 0 O'Clock by BTS. This song shows us that it's normal that people eventually feel empty and feel sadness sometimes. It's fine, it's human. But it also shows us that we always be able to move on. There always be a new opportunity. And it shows us that pain and sadness are temporary. They will not be with us forever, and we will always be happy again. It's a beautiful song.
tell me it gets better in time. You say to pull myself together, pull it together, you'll be fine. Tell me what the hell do you know? What do you know?
Now, I would like to talk about a song that I listened a short time ago. A song that made me think about many things and made me reflect, not only thinking about society, but also thinking about myself. What do I do? How I act with people around me. This is a song titled Till It Happens to You, performed by Lady Gaga. I think the title speaks for itself. The song talks about the suffering of others. Now, let's raise this issue individually so we can understand this song. Let's imagine that a few days ago I saw someone suffering terribly for something that this person did and was wrong. For me, it will be very easy to judge this situation because I am not living what she. But what if the roles were reversed? What if I had made a serious mistake and no one supported me because they are too busy judging? Until it happens to you, you will understand. Now, let's think this same thing, but broadly. Talking about society. When a politician says, for example, we know what the people in Choco is suffering without water, and we will work quickly so these people have water again. It is more than obvious that it will be not. Because sadly, while people die of thirst and heat in Choco, the politician has all the water at his disposal along with all the benefits of it. And until the same thing happens to him, until he feels the pain of others, he will not be aware of what people are going through. I think this is a song that talks about real issues, and I think it's important for us to be aware of it.
Till it happens to you, you don't know.
Cuando se derrumba el paisaje y no haya pista para el aterrizaje y los milagros ya no salven gente porque los santos se tiraron de un puente. Cuando el clima pierde el control y se le queme la piel al sol, cuando la arena se quede sola y el océano se ahogue con sus propias olas, cuando se sacuda el suelo.
Now we'll be talking about Apocalíptico, performed by Residente. This song speaks to us through metaphors about who the earth is going to be in the coming years if we continue hurting and damaging it as we have been doing for quite some time. It is a song that was written with the aim of making people aware of the damage that we are doing to the earth, of the terrible consequence that it can bring. And I wonder that happens if we permanently damage to the earth. The earth is our home, and it is your responsibility to keep it clean with clarity, because without the earth we cannot live.
Pierde el conocimiento cuando la lluvia se deshidrate y antes de llegar al piso se mate, cuando el paracaídas no abra, cuando las letras no formen.
I woke up in a modern world and there's nothing I can do while I read the latest from the breaking story on the news. People swear, they say it's fake and look up to our leaders.
The last song I will recommend, it is a song that when I realized what it means and the message I wanted to make known, it stuck me. Do you want to know what song I am talking about? This song is called Nothing Ever Changed, performed by an unrecognized singer named Nico Collins. His ideas about society are direct. impressive, and he expressed all those ideas in his song with an excellent rhythm. The song talks about how we started to normalize such terrible situations. It talks about how we have started to ignore people around us, problems around us, justifying them, overlooking them. I think the song invites us to open our eyes and look at the world around us, because that is going to be the moment in which we are going to be able to make our world a better place.
Bills to pay and feeds us with more guns. So we send our thoughts and prayers to those who lost their lives. But the cycle stays, and in a couple of days, bullets fly at a
seconds time. She said, I wanna live like common people. I wanna do whatever common people do. Wanna sleep with common people. I wanna sleep with common people like you. What else?
Now, here we have a song that talks about a really important topic. A topic that not many singers talk about, that not many people talk about. Social class distinctions. The name of the song is Common People, and it was performed by Pulp in 1995. In this song, we can see the two ends of society, the base and the tip of the social strata. But with this song, I realized that the strata does not really exist. If we take away the studies, the prestige, the money from the rich, and from the poor we take away what little they have, and then we take the socially conceived idea that the rich and the poor belong to two different worlds, at the end of the day, they are both exactly the same people. With this song, I started to think, are these distinctions really worth having them? Wouldn't it be more fun that everyone, no matter where we come from, can share and be happy together? Is it so hard for us?
Well, this is it for this episode of Star Opinion. Remember that if you want to listen to all these songs in this same perfect, we have the playlist with all of them. Thank you for all listening and see you next time. Bye!